Excellent. Okay, so my name is Josef Kochan. I'm from Clariant, and Clariant represents in the INSPIREWATER project the chemical industry. Just shortly, Clariant at a glance. So Clariant is a global leading company in specialty chemicals. As you might see, we've got around 118 sites worldwide, and business is basically divided into 3 core business areas. So we've got care chemicals, catalysis, and natural resources. I would like to move on to the sustainability part. It is relevant also for the project. Sustainability as such is an integral part of the Clariant strategy, and we have set ourselves ambitious environmental targets. And I would like to mention 3 of them that are very well in overlap with the objectives of the INSPIREWATER project. So when we look at reduction of energy consumption, reduction of water consumption, and reduction of volume of wastewater, so we would like to reduce them by 30, 35, and 40% respectively. So quite challenging numbers, and you might see already as the arrows indicate here. So we are very well underway. I would like to mention, or just devote some time to challenges and opportunities for chemical industry from the global perspective. And I would like to elaborate on this picture that there are actually a lot of information stashed. I mean, I mentioned already yesterday, there are the two main drivers basically. One of them is water scarcity. So we look at water availability from rivers and well waters and city water sources. The companies must think of water reuse or water reclamation. So basically all technologies, they are somehow involved along the chain to reclaim water. Got the opportunity to recover water at lower cost. I mean, if you look also from the climate point of view, so due to climate changes we experienced in the past, droughts, and they resulted in more polluted river waters, or even well water was not of the quality we know, and therefore the industry must think here as well of purification. So at this point also purification technologies are asked. If you talk about the membranes here, so afterwards we still have also brine treatment. At this point I would like to move to the production side. It might also show some nice challenges, and it goes along a little bit with the discharge limits. And when we look at production of chemical companies and chemical plants, we have of course different products that being produced. So you've got different kinds of wastewaters to be treated. Some of them can be directly sent to the central wastewater treatment plant. Some of them have to be treated in the side stream, and the challenges are different. It might be, for instance, or technologies are asked that can operate at, say, harsher conditions, so in terms of temperatures and pH values. So for instance, if you want to separate something here, some substances or contaminants in a side stream by membrane at elevated temperatures, so I think that is also quite a clear message from the membrane manufacturer to look for new materials that can persist and work under those harsh conditions. And last but not least, one of the challenges also the discharge limit. And here, I mean, I mentioned yesterday that some micropollutants are emerging and must be polluted, must be removed before discharging the effluent back into the river. And I mean that we have here several possibilities. There are some tertiary treatment concept even that focus on fishing out those substances, but might be also just focused how to reduce concentration of some metals or heavy metals or some ionic substances. If we just go concretely to the site in Tarragona, it was introduced yesterday. So to be concrete, we've been facing here also new discharge limits. So the focus is put here on the COD as an overall parameter. So nowadays we've got 500-700 milligram per liter, and this value is supposed to be 200 ppm in the future. So you can imagine that the conventional technologies employed cannot cope with this challenge. So you basically need new technologies that can, or additional technologies that can push down the COD values. And also, as mentioned yesterday, the dioxane is also one of the micropollutants that are in focus now. And for that, you need to employ some kind of post-treatment to fish it out from the water before you can discharge it. All right, I think that is a briefly overview of Clariant and of the challenges we've been facing.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Unless we have some more on the public board, I have, surprise, surprise, a question for you. We've done a bit of work together on innovation management and how Clariant have structures and processes within your company, and it's very, very strong. Is there anything that you think Clariant do particularly well to invite new technology, or conversely, can you think of something that you might like to change that would make it more easy to take on new technology?
Yeah. Thank you very much for this question. I mean, at Clariant, we are doing very well with innovation. Innovation and sustainability are, as mentioned, the main pillars of the overall strategy. I mean, we have to distinguish here when we talk about innovation. There is innovation defined as product innovation, where Clariant develops own product and bring in the market. And we talk about innovation in other processes. And if you look into the environmental sector, so basically we've been confronted either by stricter discharge limits or just with the outer condition like water scarcity at certain sites, and we have to react on that. So I think that Clariant is doing here as well. That's why we also started or also participated in the INSPIREWATER project, because we also recognize that if we want to work on conceptual solutions, we need also partners on board. And INSPIREWATER project was an excellent opportunity actually for us, under this umbrella for zero liquid discharge to explore what it actually means. So it's not only about the concept as such, but as mentioned already yesterday, it's about understanding the performance of the individual technologies. And I think that the European Union funded projects are a very good platform to get really the knowledge and partners together on board and work on quite challenging solutions.
Great. Thank you so much, Joseph. Do we have any other questions?